What happens when a third DWI lands you back in court after only a few months of probation? This judge doesn't just lecture. He delivers a reality check that could change a life. You won't believe what he says about $300 and your freedom.
I think this is just a review of how things
This
are
is a
going.
check-in,
Is that
Judge.
right? Mr. Culpepper has been on probation not long.
Patients, my friend.
Looking at April
Your
21st
doctor and you have patients.
last year. So we're going on about a year. And you're sentenced to 10 years in prison, and that was suspended, 10 years probation. And then we had an issue that we dealt with on in October, a reporting issue that we had a hearing on. Anyway, I guess this is just how are things going hearing. Is that right? The status of how he's
Yes.
doing,
Yes.
whatever this mess was at the beginning, is that fixed? And anyways, how are we doing?
He's reporting as directed. Our biggest thing right now is that he needs to obtain the SCRAM device to monitor alcohol use. But he should be cashing in his 401k to obtain the funds to get the device.
And it's for what? So the vehicle?
He for SCRAM, the ankle monitor.
Oh,
He doesn't drive.
He doesn't drive.
okay. I see. So the SCRAM, it just is, it checks all the time, not just when you're in the car. So, okay. When is that going to be accomplished? Because we've got to have that as a supervisory tool.
Yes, sir.
And without it, we got a problem.
I have the funds. As soon as the check clears in the bank, it should be there tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, none of this. I tell people that really the foremost thing that you get to realize when you're either charged with a crime or if it's a probation issue or revocation, it's costly. It costs. And if there's no other reason, it just is you're bleeding money by being in the criminal system. And that's another reason not to get into the criminal system and follow the rules. These DWIs, and you've got a third, and that has a consistency that is dangerous when you're driving a 4,000-pound missile. That's just, and if you were caught operating a motor vehicle without a device of some sort, and if you operate a motor vehicle, you've got to have an interlock device. If the SCRAM isn't good enough because you got to be able to bypass the machinery by showing that you are sober. And when somebody gets caught doing that, it's pretty quick. Because if somebody gets hurt, killed, which happens, there's going to be a big old headline, who's to blame? And that's not going to be me if I can help it, because I don't drink alcohol. But on my watch, you're the one that's going to be stuck. But because I'm out there dangling because of your choices, I'm very sensitive about making sure you make the right choices because we're all in it. Say, well, what did the prosecutor do? What did the defense do? What did the probation officer do? What did the judge do? We don't want it. So where are we on getting this accomplished? You need an interlock device in any vehicle you operate. If you never operate a vehicle, then you don't need one. But the moment you start a car without one, your probation is revoked. We don't want that. And also, we find out you got some alcohol in your system. I mean, that's the way to That's how we deal with this on a third offense. How are we doing on this community service?
He worked some community service hours while he was incarcerated. Has about 104 hours remaining.
What was the total?
600.
600.
Wow. Good job.
I'm looking at this. We're talking about a hearing from August. He had been on probation only for 4 months. And then this mess comes up. That time you had performed 0 hours, but now you've come a long way. That's good. Does they have any restitution to pay? No.
I believe, Judge, the only thing at issue right now is just him obtaining that SCRAM device.
What's that cost?
Depending on the provider, roughly around $360.
Okay, it's been too long that you hadn't come up with $300 for that. Come on. So you got to get that accomplished somehow, sir. Don't rob a bank, commit a crime, but get it done. All right. Talking about somebody started work at 80 cents an hour at 3 a.m. on weekends. If I can do it, anybody can do it. You only have a few $100s you need to get this fixed. Get this mess fixed. And I'm sorry, since August, if you can't come up with $300, you're not working hard enough, sir. I'm just the way it is. Unless you're disabled, there's no excuse here. Come on. Get it in gear. You know what I mean? What's probation have to say? Anything else?
Once he obtains the device, we can kind of monitor that and see where it's going to go and maybe come back for a review.
Well, where's the money? Whatever money you have, whatever income you have, where is it bleeding out that you can't come up with $300 in half a year?
I just didn't have a job. Now I'm cashing my 401k and I have funds.
Okay, good. All right. Hold on just a second. Well, we can do it. You can get it done in a week to get out a few $100. Anything else on this?
To get the
That's it,
Sure.
Judge.
That's the question. Is that to get the device itself? In a
Yes, sir.
week?
Yes, sir, but probation officer, do that. They can make it quick. Yeah. You don't have to turn as many corners if you're working through them.
I completed $300 or more, $496 for community
Great.
service prior to a year. That couldn't happen.
Okay. We're going to be a year on probation next month, right?
Yes, sir.
A year anniversary. So this year you've done 300,
496.
400. Good. What's your total? You got 600, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, get that behind you. But I don't. Does he have to do all 600?
He doesn't.
Well,
Well, 600 if he
you
completes
can
more than
purge-
half.
yeah, we can purge some of that, can't we?
Yes.
Just certainly we'll, let's consider it. If we can get all this wrapped up and everything else is fine, I reward probationers. Okay, what else? All right. Okay. What should we have another event? Like another review in 6 months, how things are going?
That will
All
work.
right, let's do that. Touch base with everybody. Okay, thank you, sir. Just get us reset. Thank you. Okay, and Charlie?
If you think following the rules is simple, this courtroom proves it's anything but. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. See every jaw-dropping moment when justice meets real consequences.